Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Extreme DJ 48, and I wanted to I wanted to release a video that kind of makes up for the fact that I will not be able to stream on Saturday. And I was trying to do another video, but then the classic YouTuber struggle happened of something big grabs my attention, and so of course I need to talk about it before the kind of hype fades away. So yeah, I'm here to talk about that now. And that update is the brand new hero, the brand new samurai hero of For Honor in the form of Arakure, who is probably the closest thing to a fistfighty hero that I can possibly think of. And I have a lot to say about this new hero, guys, so let's get right down to it. So the Arakure seems to be the Arakure seems to be an assassin. I did watch the Warrior's Den, so Arakure is an assassin type hero in For Honor, and seems to fight with twin tonfa, which are a Okinawan style weapon. It's kind of like what you would imagine kind of like your stereotypical like policeman stick. It's like a long piece of wood with a handle on the side that allows you to rotate it so that the short end is towards your fist, which allows you to get a centralized punch, or you could flip the longer end around and go for a little bit more distance. But overall, it is a very cool weapon. And this might be a hot take, to be perfectly honest. I know a lot of people in the For Honor community have been begging the developers for a fist fighter only hero. I'm not a subscriber to that, guys. I do not like the idea of just a bare bone knuckle kind of hero in a game like For Honor, where we have characters with full plate armor, we have halberds, we have long swords, we have flamberges, claymores, for Christ's sake, spears and shields. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But the tonfa that the Arakure are equipped with, I can honestly I can agree with that. I think it's a pretty decent compromise of a kind of like fisticuffs kind of hero with still a kind of weapon that actually gives using your fists a good amount of viability, especially in a game set with a lot of weapons like For Honor. The closest we have ever come in the past to a actual like fist fighter hero, I'd say would be Centurion, but even then, he uses one a gladius in one hand, and two his open fist that he has. It's really what he uses to bash. He doesn't really like use his bare fist to attack. He attacks primarily with his gladius and uses his bare fist to knock his opponents off balance. But again, the tonfa I think is a pretty decent compromise between the two. In terms of design, I I have some minor issues with like the default mohawk for the Arakure, but honestly, that's just my opinion. And there are obviously other different types. There's this one hairstyle, um, I forgot the name of it, but I'll put the name of it on the screen. But it reminds me a lot of characters like Yusuke Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho or Takemichi from Tokyo Revengers. It's a real a classic delinquent, and that seems to be what the Arakure are all about. They are a group of women walking around with twin tonfas who just do not care what you think, they will beat you up all the same. And the different weapon skins that we're going to be having for the upcoming event are Arakure's Audacity, which will run from July 23rd to August 13th. It looks like a bunch of, like, it kind of looks like all the weapons have been, like, graffitied on. There's, like, a mix of, like, a very light blue and a red, which I think it's really cool how it looks like graffiti on all the weapons. And also, I like the fact that they aren't, like, elaborate. They seem to be like kind of like scraped together, which I think is very fitting for the kind of like attitude that this upcoming title update is going to be, and I really enjoy it. In terms of the hero itself, Arakure, honestly, phenomenal. It's kind of like lashed together. There's no like uniformity like the rest of the heroes. It's very much like a back alley brawler. You got like Yakuza style tattoos, which I also love, and the fact that we are able to actually change the color, I think, is a great touch, especially from the developers. Thank you guys. Something like that, it really helps with the customization and kind of like the immersion of like this is your hero. So being able to customize the tattoos, which look phenomenal by the way, absolute stellar job by the designer. And yeah, so um yeah, I honestly could say that I am definitely going to be scared of PvP. I don't really do For Honor PvP all that much. But especially with this new hero coming out, I absolutely do not know what is going to happen. I don't know how good they are going to be. They have this weird mechanic where it's kind of like in order to like gain certain kind of buffs, you need to be like in combat a lot. It's what they call, if I'm not mistaken, it's the strike meter mechanic, where now as long as you are fighting, you fill up this meter. It's kind of like a revenge meter that has two different levels, and with it you gain attack buffs as well as advantages on unblockables and hyper armor on finishers, which I think is really interesting. I think the last time we saw a mechanic that like intense in a hero, I'm pretty sure was Virtuoso and Sohei. I mean, I think what the For Honor developers are really trying to do is they're trying to change things up. Because in the past, you still have like the regular UI where it's like the top, you have the right, you have the left, and you have the heavy and light attacks, you have the soft feints and guard breaks. I think the way that the developers are going is that they're really trying to get creative with some of the funny hero mechanics. We have Sohei with his Soul Collection with the 7 weapons, which could allow you to now, originally when it first came out, you could fully heal. Now it's still a pretty substantial heal, but it's not full health. And, or you could attack. And then you have Virtuoso, who can, if you throw an attack, regardless of if it hits, I think you're able to, like, go into, like, this stance where, like, you're kind of untouchable, except for, like, a couple instances, and then you can kind of counter. I think the way that they have been going about these new heroes and their, like, weird, quacky mechanics, I think I'm really enjoying it, and I think it's an avenue they definitely should be exploring. They should definitely keep exploring, because it's really fun to see just the creativity that the developers have in this hero. But with that being said, I'm not done yet, because I did watch The Warrior's Den, and if you guys have not gone For Honor yet, starting on July 21st for PlayStation and Ubisoft and GeForce, basically PC, starting on July 21st at 3 p.m. Universal time, and starting on July 23rd for Xbox players, it is the For Honor free week. So if you guys have not played For Honor yet, if you guys don't have it, it's the For Honor free week. Now is your chance to download it. I'm reiterating what the developer said, and I'm not sponsored by For Honor. And don't just take my word for it. There are a bunch of content creators who specialize in For Honor. You have Havoc, you have Ravenite, you have John the Liner, Slanderous, a whole bunch of other content creators who are far more capable of explaining the game and the lore, but especially with the current free week, if you are interested in the game, and it's not for everybody, but if you are interested in the game, start now, because the event, and again, it starts July 23rd for PC and PlayStation, and it starts on the 23rd for Xbox, and it ends just the same way. It ends for PlayStation and PC on August 4th at 12, and on August 5th at 6:59 a.m. for Xbox players. So if you are interested in getting the game, guys, now is your chance to get it. And on top of that, it is the summer sale, so even if the free week is over, I believe it's only on Xbox, For Honor is up to 85% off. So if you guys are interested in getting the game, as a person who has played it pretty much since post 2018, I would heavily recommend you guys check the game out. It is a game that I personally feel like it gets a lot of hate for being a Ubisoft game, yet it's such a unique game. Like, even even like veteran players, like they get tired of it's the standard For Honor thing. You download the game, you play, you think it's cool, you start having a couple bad matches, you decide this game isn't for me, you uninstall it, and then like a couple months later you reinstall it because there's simply no game like it. But if you guys are interested in getting it for free, now is that time, starting on July 23rd, when the new title update and the new hero Arcure does drop. But yeah, so anyway, guys, that is going to be it for me. Just a little update. I thought I'd get ahead of the algorithm, maybe, see, but I've been wanting to do For Honor content a lot more, so I guess here is kind of a nice place to start before I get some of my Hero Legends rolling out, because I am working on it, guys. I have currently 2 Hero Legends that I just need to record, and I have 2 more on the way for the single faction, for the one faction that I'm putting together, which I'm really excited to start telling the story of. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell to get notified of my latest videos, and as always, a link will be down in the description below to join the channel Discord, where you can hang out with all the other members of our community. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the battlefield. Take care.
Go, go, go.